Hey, welcome back, guys. JC here, and I've got something that some of you may not care about whatsoever, but maybe some of you will. I've been looking for something that is very cheap that I can use to bring people into this hobby. And in my case, I am seeing a girl, dating a girl. I don't even know if we're dating. That's besides the point. She's got a little girl. I believe her daughter is about 8 years old, and her daughter is just incredibly fascinated with multirotors. And I feel really bad telling her that she can't fly my multirotors because they're not exactly kid friendly. That makes me feel awful. And that's when I found this. I got it off of Banggood for about 40 bucks. You can look in the description below. I'll have a link to it. They actually have 3 different ones. A complete FPV setup. Then there's another one with FPV, but it's Wi-Fi controlled. I would imagine you can use your cell phone or something like that. And then we have this one with no FPV, and I'm not sure what's going on with that one. So for 40 bucks, what do you get? Well, you get pretty much everything you need, except for the FPV goggles, which I have seen some cheap FPV goggles on Banggood for about 60 bucks. So we're talking $90 for a complete setup. This does not come assembled, but that's what I like about it because I want to use this as a learning experience, but nothing too complicated for someone just coming into this hobby. So I didn't want soldering or gluing. It comes with the frame, motors, flight controller, camera, video transmitter, and even better, the transmitter. So some of you are probably wondering, well, why didn't I just buy this little girl a tiny whoop? Well, the tiny whoops are generally more expensive. On top of that, you still have to buy a transmitter. Where with this, you're getting the complete multi-rotor FPV setup and transmitter. All I have left to purchase is the $60 or whatever goggles I choose to get. And allowing someone to assemble this themselves, that will be the start. It's basically going to be a learning experience, but not too complicated. What I mean by that is, like I said, there is no soldering, no gluing, no nothing. Everything snapped together. The camera snapped into the camera housing. Then the camera housing snaps onto the frame. The flight controller sits on top of the frame. The camera housing holds it in place. You put these motors in, and then you wire up the motors, just plugging them into these JST connectors. I also like that the JST connectors are color-coded, so you really can't mess it up. By the way, if you don't know, the motors with red and blue wires are always the front left and rear right. The motors with white and black wires are front right, rear left. And the props go in the same way as they would with Betaflight, Cleanflight, or any other configurator. I am actually very impressed with the camera and video transmitter setup. It performs great. As a matter of fact, towards the end of this video, I'll give you some flight footage just to show you how to use it real quick because I was confused at first. It does have, I believe, 5 different bands, 8 channels per band, and it's capable of running off of 25, 50, and 200 milliwatts. To make your selections, there's a button on top. You just hold this button down until it starts flashing. Right now we can choose our band. We got F, R, A, B, E, and F for the for the Fat Shark band. Then if you hold the button down again, then release, then hold it down again, you can choose what frequency you want. You get 1 to 8. I have it set to 4, which will put me right at 5800. Then to change your power level, hold the button down, but keep holding it down. 2 dashes is going to be 50 milliwatts, 3 is 250, 0 means you are not transmitting at all. 1 dash is 25 milliwatts, and we're back to 2. So the flight footage you see will be set to 50 milliwatts. As far as performance, it actually flies very well. It is incredibly stable. The only problems I have with it is the yaw is a little slow. Now on the transmitter, you can actually press this button to change your, I guess, your different flight modes, which you can increase the speed of everything, the rates. But just know that the yaw is a little slow compared to the, high performance tiny whoops and other multirotors we're used to flying. The throttle does not self-center, which is great. Yaw does, as well as pitch and roll. You get 2 buttons on top. This is how you can turn off the LEDs. This is how you can this is almost like the Horizon flight mode where you can do flips and rolls. It uses 4 AA batteries. I would assume they last a while. Once you plug your battery in, the LEDs are going to flicker. Turn your transmitter on. You first want to do both of these like this, and then do them like that. That's going to calibrate something. I would assume maybe the accelerometer or something. And then take your throttle, put it all the way up. It's going to beep. Put it all the way down. And then once you get the solid lights, you are ready to fly. One tip I have is these LEDs. I noticed when I was flying, the glare from the LEDs were getting in the picture and making the picture not that great. But like I said, this top left button, you can hold it down and turn the LEDs off. No more glare in your picture. And that's going to do it for this review. Overall, I really like this, especially the price point. If you are trying to get someone into the FPV multi-rotor hobby, this is a great way to go and make it a learning experience. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.